Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Efeni. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, my friend Ruben.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rufai.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Tundu. It's the weekend, and you are looking ready for the weekend.
I'm ready for our turn up.
Okay. Now, let's start the newspaper review with these day newspapers as usual, Nigeria's newspaper of records. The lead story, Northeast governors demand power to prosecute suspected insurgents. Seek law amendment for AGF, Attorney General of the Federation, to cede prosecutorial rights. Call for action to stem rape, youth unemployment. Insecurity has made not the worst place to live in Nigeria, says Sultan. Defense headquarters foresees end to banditry. Yes, the Northeast governors meeting yesterday, and the governor of Borno State, Babagana Zulum, made that statement yesterday. And his argument is that these terrorists, insurgents, should be tried in the states where they committed the offense. And of course, they are still committing offense. So I think that's a matter of law. And I know, Tundu, you will have something to say on that. Now, other newspapers reporting insecurity, the insecurity situation in the country. The New Telegraph, yes, amplifying the statement of the Sultan of Sokoto, bandits overrunning the north, says Sultan. Says criminals now move freely with AK-47 newspaper. That is the wrong New Telegraph there. Today's Telegraph, bandits overrunning the north, says Sultan. Says criminal now moves freely with AK-47. Governors seek power to prosecute Boko Haram suspects. GTI, that's the Global Terrorism Index, report states Nigeria remains third most terrorized nation in the world. Afenifere, country on brink of collapse. Now, the Daily Trust newspaper has the same story. Insecurity, Daily Trust. Insecurity, North, worst place to live in Nigeria. Sultan cries out. Gunmen kidnap 4 in Abuja. Abductors of Zamfara Imam. 18 others demand 38 million naira ransom. Northeast governors seek power to prosecute terror suspects. Nigeria becoming ungovernable. That's according to Afenifere. Now, the Daily Sun newspaper, of course, leading with that report from the Global Terrorism Index. Nigeria, third most terrorized country, says global body, puts victims of Taliban, Boko Haram, Islamic State, Al-Shabaab killings in 2019 at 7,578. Now, the Punch newspaper, yes, the lead story of the Punch newspaper, Buhari's regime's second recession. NLC, Capes federal government, says cash sharing, loan misuse, ground economy. 80% of our borrowings go back to lenders. Economies, says Labour. Spending our borrowing on agri would have produced positive results, according to the Nigerian Labour Congress. Productivity, more than giving people 5,000 naira to buy second-hand clothes. But above the masthead of the Guardian, of the Punch newspaper, is the report. Lai Mohammed recants, denies announcing 5 million naira hate speech fine. Yes, there's a video of the Minister of Information, where he made that statement, but the minister has come out to say that no, he did not say that. Well, the minister is used to talking about photoshopping and video shopping, whichever is the case, or simply just retracting what you have said earlier. I think that would have been the most honorable way to go. I am retracting what I said earlier. Is different from denying that I ever said something of that nature. Well, that will continue to be examined by many. The Guardian newspaper, Nigeria's Guardian newspaper, smugglers reign large despite border closure. Over 200 illegal routes in Ogun State alone. Ruben, that is your state. And Tundu also. Borders are too porous. Customs cries out. Yes. Now, the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, still on insecurity. First-class traditional ruler shot dead in Ondo. Oba killed in location notorious for kidnapping. We are on the trail of perpetrators, says the police. That's according to the police. While the Vanguard newspaper has a story, mass defection boasts, PDP, CUPP, others blast APP. Nigerians already stoning APC. Only traitors will defect PDP. CUPP challenges APP to shock Nigerians with massive human development instead of talking of mass defection. Dying PDP pushing Nigeria into one-party state, APC laments. Focusing on me won't solve problems. Federal government, APC created. Atiku Abubakar is making that statement. PDP members defecting to APC in order. But, as according to Lamido, Sani, right-thinking politicians will join APP, Lawan, Ikoku, Nwodo, Babatokwe, Ahamba, Waziri, others speak. Now, the foreign newspaper, if we look at the Times of UK, millions in tough tears until middle of January. Yes, 99% of the country faced strict virus laws into the new year. Tens of millions of people face tougher coronavirus restrictions until well into January, after indoor socializing was banned across 90% of UK. So that is the situation in 90% of England, not UK. Now, if we look at the Washington Post, the lead story there, Trump's mark on court sets in. Conservative splits from Roberts. Reshaped majority backs faith group in COVID case. The Supreme Court's new conservative majority showed its muzzle on Thanksgiving Eve with Justice Amy Coney Barrett playing a key role in reversing the court's past deference to local officials when pandemic-related restriction on religious grounds. So, Tundu, are you being vindicated?
I knew you were going to say
She didn't disappoint.
I knew it. Yes, because this is what I warned you, Mr.
Yes,
Fegi.
you did.
I did. I told you. Well, let me not get into I told you so. But what you were asking me earlier about the Attorney General and state fiat, that the state Attorney Generals are requesting...
Who want to prosecute terrorists.
Yes. I recall in the National Assembly the days when this current Terrorism Act that we have now was being drafted and debated. It was specifically agreed to vest these powers in the Attorney General because there were worries of abuse, that state governors might decide to use these powers against their political enemies and just dub them as terrorists with all the international consequences that might have. But I also recall at the advent of the Buhari administration, Attorney General Malami gave state attorney generals fiat to prosecute federal crimes like kidnapping and cyber crimes. So he might want to add terrorism to that list. He might not. It depends on, the scope of abuse and other factors that
we're always
Dr.
afraid of abuse.
Yes,
by governors.
we are. So this is the thing. So it boils down to the quality of people that we elect at the end of the day. So we do need to be, wary of
we're afraid state governors will abuse state police.
Yes,
we are afraid they will abuse powers to prosecute terrorists.
Yes. Yeah. So that's why it was specifically vested in the Attorney General, so at least it can be, that threat might be minimized. I recall that being debated at a point.
Great point raised, Tundu, but for me, and increasingly, my fear for democracy has always been the strength of the institutions. When can we get our democracy to a certain extent that we don't even have to fear that state governors will abuse those institutions? Like what is happening in America. I don't care who are the court judges, who are the circuit judges in America, but they are enforcing the law, and they've made it difficult for the tyrant and dictator called Donald J. Trump not to be able to have his way. But when are we going to have that here?
You also need more good men in positions of authority for you to be able to strengthen your institutions. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Ofeni. And that's all on the news headlines.